Dear children, welcome to the chapter 2 Physical Features of India. This is session 2 for Northern Plain. In the session 1, we did region-wise division of Northern Plain, its features, its account and the formation details. In this session, we will be doing the relief-wise division of Northern Plain. Now what is a relief? Relief, it means a kind of slope or an elevation in any particular land. Now Northern Plain, even though they are categorized under plain land, but it is not a completely plain land. It is having a kind of gentle slope on it. Let us understand diagrammatically. In case of a river has three different phases. We have a phase 1 in which the river originates from the mountainous region. Here the river is very fast flowing. The river is having its erosional action on its highest performance level. Because of its erosion, it makes the valleys, it cuts through the deep valleys, gorge, waterfalls, likewise erosional features it makes. This is generally called as the upper course of the river. Now when the mountains will be over, that means here, that is at the foothills, we generally call it as the foothills. Foothills onwards, the river will reduce in its speed because now there is no slope or there is very less slope. In this section, the river generally starts meandering. As we know, it takes the curves because meanders are formed when the river is making or river is performing both the actions. That means erosion as well as deposition. We have the third division when the river is entering into the last section and where it is generally merging with an ocean or it mixes with an ocean. Now oceans we consider as sea level and from there only we count the elevation. Now sea level, that means there is no slope at all, it is a total plain land. Now in this situation what will happen? The river which has till now brought so much of sediment, the river will start depositing in this last section because no slope at all. And river will make or river will actually form many depositional features over there. Like deltas it will make, floodplains it can make. And likewise, this is the journey of the river in different courses. So river performs its mainly the depositional work from this section, that is the middle course and the lower course. And if you remember, we have studied Himalayas as the first physiographic division and below Himalayas is our northern plain. So northern plain is covering the middle and the lower course of the rivers which are flowing through them. And which are those rivers? We know that rivers, that is Indus, Brahmaputra and river Ganga. These three rivers along with its tributaries and distributaries, they have totally formulated the northern plains. So the section, the middle course and the lower course of river Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus is nothing but that is a northern plain. Let us understand the whole thing in the form of a figure also. Here the figure is showing the work of a river or the journey of a river. The river is originating from the mountains, that is the Himalayan mountains. Then it comes down and you will start finding that river is merging with different tributaries also, and river is entering into the phase where it is taking the curves because here the slope is very less, gentle. It is performing erosion as well as deposition, and finally the river enters into its final stage where you will find in between there are deposits. So these are the delta regions. In another figure, here the cross section of all the three divisions they have made. The first division, this is the upper course, the second division middle course and the third division lower course. In the first division, it has very high speed, so lots of erosional activity. From here, the river starts depositing, and then river starts making curves, and then it enters finally into the third stage where it is merging with the ocean, where it is maximum doing the depositional work. Now this is basically the river's work, and in the work of river we have two main works: erosion, in which it forms the valleys and waterfalls, which will generally found in the Himalayan, that is upper course. And the work of river we find another, that is deposition, and it is by deposition only which are the northern plains are made. So when the river starts depositing, it starts making the meanders, the deltas and oxbow lakes and all. Now let us understand how the northern plains are divided relief wise. Here a cross section of northern plains is given. For this, let us consider one river in front of us which has formed the northern plains. Let us take river Ganga. Now river Ganga, as it is originating in the Himalayan region here, then from the foothills, that is this particular section, from here the river starts depositing. That means here the river is suddenly reducing in its speed because the hilly region is over. Now when the river will reduce in its speed, what will it deposit first? What will it deposit? It will deposit the heavy material first, because the boulder material, the rocks, the pebbles, these are heavy to carry than the finer material. So these boulder material, it will get deposited at the foothills of the any mountainous region, or in case of river Ganga, at the foothills of the Himalayas. So wherever the river foothills of the Himalayas with river Ganga is coming, there you will have the pebble deposition. This pebble deposition area is called as Bhabar. So the first relief wise division of northern plain is Bhabar, that is a pebble deposition region. After that, the river starts depositing the coarser material, which is generally a granular and all, because that will be heavy afterwards, and hence the river will start depositing that coarser material, and this second section of deposition is called as the Tarai region or Tarai region also. We have the next section. Now the third section. Generally from third section the river is entering into its lower course and the ending of the middle course. Like for river Ganga, if I imagine, this is river Ganga when it is entering Uttar Pradesh and then Bihar region, if it is coming to the Bihar region. Now here generally what happens, when the river enters into its middle course or in the lower course, it brings lots of flood. Like whenever there will be a rainfall in the Himalayan region or snow melting in the Himalayan region, the rivers will be full with the water. And in this section itself, because the rivers are not very deep. Why not deep? Because no erosional action. So the rivers, they are widening a lot. They became very broad. And in that case, the river water spreads laterally and it covers the flood. So you know that how when the flood comes, how the complete region is getting covered with the water, and when the flood is over, what happens? The water comes back, but the soil is left out there, the sediment is left out there. So those sediments which are deposited by the floods due to that river, the soil which is present on the flooded region, which we also call as the flood plains, that means the plain which is formed due to the flooded water. So these soil or these sediments, this is the third division and they are called as the Bhangar. That's why you will see they have not been shown very close to the river, they are on the very far away from the main stream. We have the last division of the northern plain relief wise, and that is the Khadar. Now Khadar is the last division. Khadar is generally the river where it is meeting to the ocean. That means the delta region. Now the Khadar soils are renewed every year. Every year, or you can say they are frequently, constantly getting renewed. So these soils are most fertile and very fresh soils. Whereas if I talk about the Bhangar, now Bhangar, that means the flood plains. Now will the flood come every day? No. If the one time is the flood is there, then the next time maybe next flood will come next year. So those soils will get renewed when? After the next flood will come. So as compared to the Khadar soils, the Bhangar soils are old. Right, they are old, whereas these are new. They are very much new, fresh soil it is. So fertility wise, the Khadar soils are more fertile than the Bhangar soils. Now Bhangar soils are also having the calcium, that is the conker nodules also in them. Now what are these conker nodules? Conker nodules, if I want to explain, suppose if you boil the water very hot and then let the water completely get evaporated, what will happen? At last you will find the white color salts will remain. Same thing happens with the Bhangar. Wherever the Bhangar plains are there, now these regions are not in contact with the water regularly, right? Because when they will be coming in the contact with the water, when the next flood will come. So till that time these soils are getting dry. That means the evaporation is occurring. And if the evaporation of the water is occurring in the lower course, that means if you dig these soils very deep, we find there are calcium or the salt nodules are there, and which are making these soils little infertile. But this is not the case with the Khadar soils. Khadar soils are fresh soils, right? Now all these type of soils which are deposited by the river, they all are called as alluvial soils. And that's why if you remember, we have said that northern plains are made out of alluvium. So the different types of alluvial soils are there. We have Bhabar alluvial soils, we have Terai alluvial soils, we have Bhangar alluvial soils, and we have Khadar alluvial soils. And out of all these, the Khadar soils are most fertile. They are called as young alluvial soil, new alluvial soils. And Bhangar, they are the old alluvial soils. Now let us study this one region with its characteristics. Here the northern plains, like if I want to show you which section we are going to study right now. Like river Indus is having origination and then it enters into the foothills and then it goes on depositing and then it merges to Arabian Sea. So the northern plain, this part is the river Indus plain part. Now with river Ganga, it is coming down from here. So the river starts depositing from here. So we may find the Bhabar here, then we find the Terai, then as we go in the Bihar, it must be the Bhangar region, and then it merges into the Bay of Bengal. So West Bengal Delta, Sundarban Delta and all Khadar. So the river Ganga is depositing its sediment from here, that is at the foothills. So foothills you will have Bhabar, after that you will have the Terai, after that you will have here the Bhangar region, and here you will have the Khadar region. Now let us understand with the Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra is coming down in the plains over here. So it must be having its Bhabar here, then the Terai, and then the Bhangar, and then finally the Khadar. Likewise, it is not one kind of division, it is a kind of deposition. So every river is performing various types of deposition, and to study those various types of deposition itself means the relief wise division. Now the first division, these are the four divisions: Bhabar, the Terai, the Bhangar and the Khadar. The Bhabar, you will find the foothills are given over here and these are the pebble region. The rivers, after descending from the mountains, they deposit pebbles in the narrow belt of about 8 km to 16 km, and here these are known as Bhabar, Shivaliks. Now what happens generally, if you have seen the rivers which are having the pebbles, if you pick up the pebble, the water is below that also. So in the Bhabar region, generally the water disappears. We find that okay, these regions are not very deep because of the pebbles. This happens. Then the river enters into the second type of division, and that is second type of deposition, that is Terai region. This is a narrow belt, and mainly to remember, this is a swampy and marshy region, right? This is a very marshy land. This is a very wet land basically, because the water reappears after the Bhabar, and then all the river water comes out over here. So these are generally swampy region, and in India the Terai regions are mainly forested region, and Dudhwa National Park is located in this particular Terai region. But in India we have removed most of the forest in the Terai region, because when the partition of Pakistan and India was there, so from Pakistan whichever people came to India, where to stay them, so for them we have cleared these forested regions. So to give the location for residence place, this place was cleared. We have the third division, Bhangar. This is also called as old alluvial soils. Kankar, that means the calcium nodules, they are found in these soils. They are not renewed frequently, as I said, they will be renewed only when the next flood will come. They are less fertile and they are found away from the rivers. You can also say flood plains. We have the last section of the division, Khadar. These are young alluvial soils. They are renewed year after year, or frequently they are getting renewed. They are found near the course of the river or the flood plains also, and even the deltas, mainly deltas. These soils are very fine soils and they are very fertile soils. So likewise, these four divisions, relief wise divisions we have done, they are namely Bhabar, Terai, Bhangar and Khadar soils. This is nothing but the kind of depositions done by a particular river. So the Bhabar is found in the foothills. We have Terai, we found in the Uttar Pradesh region. Bihar, you are very well aware, Bihar every year it gets flood, so it has Bhangar soils, and West Bengal, Sundarban region, they are having the deltas, so that's why the Khadar soils. Thank you.